everybody, welcome back. I have a few movies here. It's officially Romantic Movie Month. February is Romantic Movie Month, if you weren't aware of that. So naturally we have In the Mouth of Madness here. And we also have Orlando and Corpse Bride. So I'll be taking a look at these three movies, and the reason why I have In the Mouth of Madness here, besides the fact of being a real romantic masterpiece, is I watched it on January 30th or 31st or something. It was the last movie I watched in January, so I figured this was far enough removed from the romance genre that it'd be a good way to end the month before we really dive into Romantic Movie Month. So we'll put this over here for now. Yeah, we'll start with Orlando, and then we'll do Corpse Bride, and then we'll do In the Mouth of Madness. So we have Orlando here. Sony Picture Classics. This came out in the early 90s. I did not see it then. I saw it for the first time just a few years ago. This came out in a Sony movie bundle. I forget the name of it, which one it was. But there were quite a few movies in there I had interest in, so I went and purchased it. This was one of the movies in the bundle that I had not seen. And I really enjoyed it the first time I watched it, and I enjoyed it even more the second time, so I was glad I was introduced to it. So we have Tilda Swinton here. She is Orlando. Billy Zane is also in this. And take a look at the back. A little hard to see, but Tilda Swinton, Billy Zane, and Quentin Crisp star in this hip, sexy, and wickedly funny film based on the gender-bending novel by Virginia Woolf. Not familiar with the novel at all, so I don't know how loosely this movie adapts it, but anyways, Swinton stars as Orlando, an English nobleman who defies the law of nature with surprising results. Immortal and highly imaginative, he undergoes a series of extraordinary transformations which humorously and hauntingly illustrate the eternal war between the sexes. So I would say androgynous Tilda Swinton is a good choice, good casting here, playing Orlando. And I really didn't know anything about this movie when I watched it. I don't even remember if I read the overview in the back here. But Orlando is immortal. The movie takes place over hundreds of years. It starts like in the year 1600 and ends in the 1900s. As you follow the life and times of Orlando and his romantic encounters, and there's a twist of sorts, like it says, gender bending, that I really wasn't familiar with again. And this is a movie, like if you were watching, I don't know, if you're watching like an interview with Sofia Coppola or like Wes Anderson or something, and they were listing, their favorite movies, or maybe they'd be in like the Criterion Closet, and this is like a Criterion movie or something. I can absolutely see both of them pulling this movie out and having it being one of their favorites. So if you vibe, with those two directors, I think you will definitely find some enjoyment here. It's very amusing and bemusing at times. I did like the score quite a bit in this as well. And it's short. It's like 90 minutes long. Credits hit right at 90 minutes. What was the pack this came in? I guess it doesn't make a difference, because you can't buy this separately. For whatever reason, it's limited to that pack, which is pretty lame, all things considered. I don't really like it when they do that with movies. So, okay, what do we got next? Next we have Corpse Bride, and this shiny steelbook. This has a slip over, that's part of the design. And if I were to take it off, you'll see her eyes open and close here. The future is now with steelbook packaging. And if I were to flip this over, we have this image on the back. That's Victor, Johnny Depp's character, and that is Scraps, his dog. So nothing for me to read here, because I don't know where the J card is. Not sure where I put that, actually. So we have the front of the steelbook without the slip, and then again we have the back of the steelbook, and has a doesn't kind of have, it definitely has a matte finish. And I'll open this up. There's some interior art here. Struggling, which is normally the case. Can I do it? I did it. There we go. This is the Lane of the Dead, or Underworld, whatever it's called in the movie. I don't remember, even though I just watched it. I'm going to go ahead and snap this back in, shut this, put the slip back on, and that'll be that. So it's been a while since I watched this. I saw it when it came out, which was somehow 20 years ago. This came out in like 2005 or something like that. And I saw it when the Blu-ray came out. I did not see this in theaters, at least I don't think I did. And I don't think I've watched it again since. So it's been a very long time since I watched this. I had this on upside down. We'll fix that, huh? And it's a stop-motion animation movie. So it isn't claymation. So it's unlike Nightmare Before Christmas, but it's like Nightmare Before Christmas in the sense that it's stop-motion. You can tell when you're watching this. I've been watching a claymation movie, like the texture, skin textures and things, they're constantly like shifting in each frame. That's not the case here. So these are puppets that they're manipulating, and it looks great. That's not taken away from the production and process at all. It's just that it looks cleaner, if that makes sense. And I would say that's the most enjoyable part of this movie, at least for me. I just like stop motion animation. I think it's really cool, and for the most part, I watch just about anything that's stop motion. I don't know about that, but I think you understand. I think it's pretty cool to watch. As a movie, it's an hour and 15 minutes, so it just cruises right by in that sense. I wouldn't put it up there with Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't know why I'm losing. I can't remember the name of the composer who pretty much does all the Tim Burton movies. I guess maybe he was recently canceled. Oh man, real creaky brain as of late. Anyways, I don't find his songs as memorable in this, as enjoyable as they are compared to Night Before Christmas. Yeah, I just don't find the story as interesting, but it's great to look at, and yeah, it's fun. If it wasn't for the animation, I would consider it pretty forgettable, but I do like it. If someone's like, hey, put in Corpse Bride, I'm like, oh, sure, why not? Okay, and finally we have In the Mouth of Madness in the big boy packaging here, and let's take a look at the back. So we do have something to read here on the back, don't we? Can you read that? A little bit, I guess. Do you read Sutter Kane? He chilled our blood with the thing, brought us face to face with the devil himself and Prince of Darkness. Now, Master of Horror John Carpenter drives us out of our minds with In the Mouth of Madness, the final entry in his Apocalypse trilogy. I didn't realize he had an Apocalypse trilogy, and I like John Carpenter. Horror author Sutter Kane is missing. As crowds turn violent waiting for copies of his latest book, Kane's publishers enlist insurance investigator John Trent to find him. With Kane's editor, Linda Stiles, Trent sets off in search of the elusive author and finds himself trapped in Hobbs End, a town that should only exist within the author's books. As fiction and reality blur, Trent begins to realize that between the lines, beyond the page, somewhere out there in the dark, something evil is waiting to break through. Starring Sam Neill, Jurassic Park, Julia Carmen, Fright Night Part 2, I haven't seen that, and Jürgen Prochnow of Das Boot, with a supporting cast. That's that super long sub movie. With a supporting cast that features Charlton Heston, a Mega Man. No, Charlton Heston is pretty inspired casting with the movies he's in, apocalyptic movies and stuff. David Warner, Time Bandits, and John Clever, Gremlins 2. Plus sterling special effects from K&B EFX. In the Mouth of Madness makes its debut appearance in glorious 4K Ultra HD, looking deeper, richer, and stranger than ever. So I had never seen this before. One of the few John Carpenter movies I just never got around to watching. No real excuse, because I really enjoy Sam Neill as an actor, and I like John Carpenter movies. You'd think I would have watched this when it came out, and it just didn't happen. And then, days turn to weeks. Weeks turn to years. Before you know it, it's 2026 and you're watching In the Mouth of Madness for the first time. So take a look at the packaging here. Take the slip off. I've done a few Arrow movies now, so you probably know the drill. We have nothing on the back at all. Just black. I can't any more black. Black. It's as black as it gets. We'll take this out. A little stuck in here. So we should have a booklet and a poster, maybe some other things. I'm struggling. Alright, so put that over here. Here we have the booklet. There's Sam Neill's character. He's not doing so hot. You have the poster, and we have the movie. It says different art than what we just saw, and it does have the original theatrical art on the reverse. So if we were to open this up, and we'll take this out, I'll flip it over. We'll take a look at that in just a moment here. Okay, what's happening here? I'll line it up. It's important stuff. I'm on the struggle bus here. There we go. There we go. So that's the theatrical art. Pretty cool. And I think the back, yeah, that's the same overview that we saw, I read just a moment ago. Snap that together. Don't want it to be too loud. And what do we have here? We got the booklet. Take a look at the first page. Contents. We have cast and crew. The Poetics of Oblivion. It's the End of the World as We Know It. I like that song. Once More Into the Breach. The Many Misshapen Adventures of Sam Neill. If Life Were Like the Movies. In the Mouth of Madness, A Self-Induced Hallucination. God Is Not a Hack Horror Writer. Then about the presentation and production credits on page 57. It's 57 pages, so not bad. And yeah, some of the creatures here in the back. There we have the movie within the book, within the movie. They got the film rights real quick. And then we got some various stills from the movie, some behind the scenes, production images, photos, some guy putting on his favorite fish head. Yeah, so this was really entertaining. Really great creature effects, and also only 90 minutes, so got right to it. Anyways, thanks for watching.